ukwamkela indwendwe zethu ezikhoyo phakathi kwethu. But endizawuqale ndikutsho nje kukuba iMatatiele local municipality is celebrating its tourism day and hosting a closing event for the 4x4 Mdtp event, which started on Friday. And the opening was at Ongelik Snack on Saturday, whereby babesiya ke benalanto iya eLesotho. And today is a closing day, which is ke akukho nto ingako yokwamkela because kwakusekwamkelwe xa kuqalwa. But what I'm going to say today to all stakeholders ezikhoyo phakathi kwethu, departments, journalists from different media houses, all government departments, naye wonke umuntu okhoyo apha phakathi kwethu wamkelekile. Umasipala wethu Matatiele local municipality nanjengomasipala oyiprioritizayo into ene-tourism, yingako ebonile uba namhlanje makube khona le event. Siyanamkela ke nonke ngobungako benu. You are all welcome in this event. Thank you.
I have been requested to provide just a brief background to this whole program, how it started and why it was initiated. Firstly, I have to say for us it's an important and a milestone in our collaboration with our Lesotho counterparts. As you all will remember that this is a collaboration between the governments of the Republic of South Africa and the Kingdom of Lesotho to manage the cultural and natural resources of the Maluti and Drakensberg mountain region, also trying to promote tourism in this area. We have been able to initiate some of these things to try and showcase the beauty that lies within this mountain region, the key attractions that lie within these mountain regions, the sense of place that you experience in this mountain region. I think in one of our tours we were told that at some point if you get to some area, your chances of having more kids increases as you get to that place. Maybe those are some of the spiritual healing aspects of some parts of this mountain region. But what we then decided was to organize and focus our attention on one of the key activities that we know is a key attraction in this mountain region, which is 4x4 drives up and down the mountain region. Initially, one of our Lesotho colleagues had suggested that we do this as a ladies' event, try and invite ladies to come and drive up and down the mountains. But in discussion and eventually getting sponsorship from the VW South Africa, the focus then changed. We were all in agreement that I think the idea for this first event is to try and say, let's attract, let's show people what we have, let's let people know what the potential that exists in this area in terms of 4x4 driving. That way, the focus then changed to making it a media event. And I think at a later stage, we will come back to all the special thank yous and all that. But I think it is important to mention that when our media, different media houses responded positively, we then found ourselves on the road starting on Saturday. And just to mention that for us, it's also special that on the first day before we left, we had a prayer from Chief Kwadi there. And today, at the end of it all again, we meet him again at this point. I think we will again come back to some of those special thank yous. But basically, we are here today as part of our initiative in partnership with a number of partners that we will talk about later, to try and promote tourism and promote the Maluti-Drakensberg mountain region as a premier alpine tourist destination. That's by and large the reason why we find ourselves here today. Thank you.
Honorable councillors and executive committee members, honorable journalists, and honorable members that are here today. I won't be long because I think you're too tired to be listening to speeches. I think the ride going up the Ongelek Snack must have been very rough. The descent towards Mongo might be even rougher. I think ascending up to Ramatsidiso was another mind-blowing experience. And coming down to Matatiele here, I think that finishes you. So I won't waste time and go straight to the point. I think as you now we've been here in we have been associated with Matatiele for the past 3 days. You should be knowing what our vision is. Let me repeat it once again. I did say it on Friday. It's where nature, agriculture, and tourism are investments of choice. And when Council decided on that vision, we knew that Matatiele, being a rural town, being a town that doesn't have mines, that doesn't have industries, the only thing that can promote tourism, that can promote investment in Matatiele, it's only by us utilizing what we've got. And Council is well aware of the fact that we've got a big potential when it comes to tourism. The topography of our place, the climate that we've got, and the people that we've got make it possible to have tourism as an investment of choice. The cultural diversity that we've got in Matatiele, it's a plus for us. This is one of the few municipalities in South Africa where you get Sotho-speaking people, Xhosa-speaking people, Zulu-speaking people, African-speaking people, English-speaking people, Shangaan-speaking people, and Portuguese-speaking people. So you don't get that anywhere in South Africa other than in Matatiele. But coming back to the topic that I've been given here, in 2017, tourism in South Africa contributed 432.2 billion rands to the GDP. Now that's plus or minus 7% of our GDP. Now if you take that, that's quite a sizable chunk of the GDP. In terms of employment, about close to 10% of people employed in South Africa are employed in the tourism industry. It's also thought that by 2027, the tourism industry will be contributing more than 650 billion rands to the gross domestic product of South Africa. And it's thought that the tourism industry grows annually by 4%, which is quite a big growth. It's bigger than the economic growth in South Africa. I mean, our economy grows at about, is forecast to grow at about 0.7% annually, which is a very, very small growth. But the tourism industry is forecast to be growing at about 4%. So that really tells us the importance of tourism in South Africa. The municipality, as I said, took tourism as one of the most important sectors in our economy locally. And if one looks, if you can look up on you're facing me, so it's your left, on the left-hand side, there are some Mdtp there. I don't know if you're going to be able to capture them, because I think it would be nice for you to capture that as well, so that when you write about Matatiele, you actually tell them that there is a nature reserve not far from town. We've got a lot of Mdtp, which in no time will be killing. So if you can tell people that at some stage we're going to advertise for the killing of the Mdtp, that would be a plus for us. We are also having the Ongeluk Nature Reserve, which you went through. There's also the Mountain Lake Nature Reserve. If you look up there, you'll see that there's a mountain. We've got a sea on top of that mountain. It's a pity you won't be able to go there today. But there's a sea, and it's one of the few lakes that you ever get at that high altitude. There are not many lakes that you get on top of a mountain in South Africa. But Matatiele has got that lake, such a lake. And we pride ourselves on that lake. And I hope that you will also be able to go up there and take photos of that and write about it. There's a lot of trout there, and we frequently have trout fishing competitions, which I think it's very important for you to also capture that. We, as the municipality, are very grateful to Volkswagen, to the journalists that decided to come here, and all the members of the crew for having been able to endure the pain that you might have endured over the past 3 days. But we know out of that pain, a lot is going to come out for Matatiele. A lot is going to be benefited by Matatiele together with Lesotho. Also, as part of promoting tourism, we have forged links with the Kingdom of Lesotho, more especially the Qachasnek district. We are on the verge of we are supposed to have been having this marathon that would have started at Qachasnek down to Matatiele about 2 weeks ago. But because of, I don't want to say political instability in Lesotho, I don't know if there's still any. It's stable now. But at the time we are advised against having it, but we think that next year we are definitely going to have this heritage marathon that will be for about 42.5 kilometers, starting from Qachasnek to Matatiele. And I'm sure a lot of you will be part of it, and a lot of you are going to write about it. We are also having quite a number of interactions with the Kingdom of Lesotho in terms of exchanging ideas, developmental ideas, in terms of security between the two countries, especially when it comes to stock thieving, which is quite a problem in this area. But without wasting any more time, can I once say that you being able to cover the potential that Matatiele municipality, together with the Lesotho adjoining municipalities, Qachasnek and Tabatsega, I think you went there as well. Having covered that, and I know that you're going to write positive things about these areas, we hope that the tourism industry in these areas is going to grow by far more than the growth that the national tourism industry grows. So we hope that at least our growth here will be more than 10% annually. But that can only be possible if you assist us in making sure that this industry grows in Matatiele and this industry grows in the Kingdom of Lesotho. With those words, thank you once again for having sacrificed your family time over this weekend. And let's thank the Almighty that it didn't snow. I thought it was going to snow. Maybe having snowed, you'd have experienced something that is worth writing about. But with those words, once again, thank you. Can I thank also the crew from the Kingdom of Lesotho? Lenne letle bontate, o monate Matatiele mo. Le tonki ha e thobe mo. Za tonki ha e fihla tulong. E phakisa ho hopola ha bo yona. E thobe. Empa mona tonki ha e thobe Matatiele, ha e fihlile tonki mona dulang phela. Ho monate mo. Ke a kgola le la bona hore morena Jesu o batlile a tswallwa kae ke a kgola ntse le tsamaya. Tsatsi le leng le tla bona hore na o la batla tswallwa kae. Ke a leboha.
Today is a celebration as per the program, and in tourism we have to celebrate. We celebrate the fact that tourism has brought us together and united us in our efforts to promote and support tourism. We can just look around us now. We, as has said, Matatiele is a diverse area with our vision as the municipality that says where nature, agriculture, and tourism are investment of choice. I believe that's a challenge to us because we have to live that vision. And Mdtp, hey, it becomes easy to use pronunciation. Mdtp, I'm correct. Yeah, has brought the light in terms of us looking at tourism with another eye. Tourism, by its nature, always promotes the economy of that particular area. Like last year, more than 1.2 billion people left their home countries to follow their dreams of visiting interesting and exciting destinations. We believe as Matatiele want to be part of that. People must visit our area so that the economy of our country can, of our area can be able to grow. As they travel, tourists, they meet with different people and experience different cultures and traditions, and they learn about each other. It's a pity that whilst has alluded to the fact that we have different languages and ethnic groups in Matatiele, we want to see what our other partners or other groups do as in their heritage. I've never seen how African-speaking people celebrate their heritage and how English-speaking people celebrate their heritage. It happens that we mix all these heritage activities sometimes. But however, I want to say, let what Mdtp has done be what is going to lead the Matatiele local municipality to a sustainable tourism activity and to see our vision happening. With those few words, I'm not a ceremonial person, I'm the speaker, I just chair council. With those few words, thank you very much.
We have broken many barriers. First of all, we broke the time barrier because on Saturday we had to get up at 4:30 in the morning. And then we broke the cold barrier because it was the coldest that we have ever been in all our lives on Saturday. And then we broke the fear barrier because we went up Ongeluk's neck in the mist, and none of us had ever been up it before. But after that, everything was beautiful. After that, we were able to see the most breathtaking sights and see the most fantastic fauna and flora, go through the mountain kingdom of Lesotho, and above all meet the most friendly, hospitable and beautiful people from Matatiele all the way through to Lesotho and back again. So I can tell you that we have been changed by the experience, and we will surely go out and tell all the world that they must come here as quickly as possible and experience Matatiele, Lesotho, whether on horseback, on foot, or by 4x4. Thank you to the crew for an amazing experience. Thank you to our hosts, and thank you.
Before the official vote of thanks, I felt that it is important to recognize the special sponsors to this program and the special partners to this program, those that made this whole initiative and expedition today present. That's the paper that has a list of all those. So it flies away. All right. So without wasting a lot of time, I would like to point out that there were very, very special partners and sponsors to this program. And I don't think it would be we would do any justice if we do not recognize the special sponsorship that we got from VW South Africa. The list of vehicles, line of vehicles that you see in front of you, it's courtesy of VW South Africa. And I have to mention that they are represented here today by Andre and Yvonne. I won't mention Cheryl. Just Andre and Yvonne from 4x4 Routes. Andre happens to be a VW ambassador. And he's here today in his capacity as the leader of this event. He's the one who took us through all the way around. And also at some point we were some 2 hours or so behind schedule for this event today. But because of his expertise, we managed to catch up and found ourselves here in like just 30 minutes out of schedule. I would also want to specifically recognize the key partnership between South Africa and Lesotho, which is again the reason why we are here today. I would also specifically want to single out the funding that came through from the Mdtp agencies, those that drive the Multi-Drakensberg program, by providing funding, annual contributions to the operations of the Multi-Drakensberg Transfrontier program. These include the National Department of Environmental Affairs, the Eastern Cape Department of Economic Development and Tourism, the Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency, the Free State Department of Small Business Development Affairs, Economic Development and Environmental Affairs, the KZN Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, SMVelo KZN Wildlife and South African National Parks. Without the funding that we got from these agencies, this event would not have taken place. But also, we need to recognize the special support that we've received from the municipality of Matatiele, its management, the leadership, the staff. With all the support that we've had, we've come a long way, starting from the establishment of the nature reserve up to today. When we sit here today, we received a special welcome on Friday when we arrived from the the municipal manager, Dr. Nakin. We received a special send-off from the Department of Economic Development, Eastern Cape. And today, we are here today for this closing ceremony, which marks the end of this expedition. We are very grateful for all that. I did mention earlier on that this event would not have taken place without the journalists. I'm mentioning them last deliberately because I would, again, the municipality has gladly put together some small thank you present for each one of you. And for that purpose, I would like to call upon Madam Speaker and Usisi Olwetu to come forward and please do the honors of giving out the special thank you gifts to our journalists. If by any chance we miss you, it's mostly the guys in green except one or two. So if we do miss one of you guys in green, please forgive us. You can come back to us and we will make sure that you get even a better present for being missed. I will allow Sis Olwe to call out the names of the journalists, and you please come forward for a special reason and just get the special present that you will be receiving from our local municipality.
Thank you, Mr. Lulu. Ayeye journalist, ayeye. Ayeye journalist, ayeye. Haibo, where are the journalists? Ayeye journalist, ayeye. I don't hear that. Ayeye journalist, ayeye. Okay. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. I will call your name, and then you will come and shake the hand, Madam Speaker, and then you grab your gift. Okay. You can pose for a photo if you want to. Don't know, because you're usually on the other side, but it's fine, whichever way. But you grab the Madam Speaker's hand first, and then you grab your gift, and then you go sit down. Just very quickly, I know, okay, from Leisure Wheels, let's call Johan. Hands, please. Round of applause for Johan. A round of applause for Johan. Madam Speaker, a message, a quick message. A round of applause for Johan. Okay, so we're doing the picture thing there. Branding is very important. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, njengibese bizu Johan, no Madam Speaker, sitelu Mr. Daily Dispatch, ubongani. Round of applause, please. From the Daily Dispatch. I'll give you. Thank you, Daily Dispatch. Okay. And then from Bombenero. Okay, Hlasela TV. I think it's easier. Hlasela TV. Ukagiso. Kagiso from Hlasela TV in the Free State. Thank you, Free State. Madam Speaker, Kala, the protocol ibambe Hlasela TV. Thank you very much. Okay, from Hlasela TV again. Munyane, come to the front. An actor as well, eh? Doesn't become soap in a Hlasela TV. Okay, then from SA 4x4 magazine, Stewards. A round of applause for Stu. Car number 6. Thank you so much, Stu. Thank you, SA Magazine, 4x4 Magazine. And then from Escapes Magazine, we have Richard. A round of applause for Richard, please. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, man. Yeah, you shake Madam Speaker's hand. Oh, you want to? Okay, you can do that. Escapes Magazine. Thank you very much. From Getaway Magazine, Tyson. Come on, friend, Tyson. Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Getaway Magazine. Okay, from Cape Media Corporation, Greg, come to the front again. That was a nice speech, by the way, Greg. You're not bad, Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Cape Media. And then from Tama Dixon Media, let's have Mr. Willie. Willie, to the front, please. Bra Willie. Hi, Bra Willie, ndibiza wena. Bra Willie, mtheni Bra Willie, ungiphoxe. Shake isandla sika Madam Speaker, Bra Willie. Okay. Thank you very much, Bra Wills. Thank you. And then let's have Utame Dixon to the front as well. Thank you very much, Tammy. Okay, thank you, Tammy. From Bejane 4x4 Adventures, Lindsay, to the front, please. A round of applause for Lindsay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Bejane 4x4 Adventures. And then from Wild Side Magazine, we have Kevin. A round of applause for Kevin, please. Give it up for Kevin, guys. Once more, Kevin. Vehicle number, ibiti the number, Kevin. Ibiti the number, vehicle number, Kevin? 4. Vehicle number 4. Okay, thank you. And then from Informative Newspaper, it's in Lesotho. Mantadi, come to the front. Sorry, Matatiele. Matatiele. Oh, yeah, Matatiele. Let's give it up for Matatiele, please. Oh, the only female journalist trip, by the way. Let's give it up for Matatiele. Thank you so much, Informative Newspaper. And then let's give it up again for Matatiele, please. The only female journalist trip. Let's give it up for her, please. A round of applause. You are such a journalist, but I understand you guys are very tired. Okay, from Lesotho TV, Shadow. Is he here? Is he here? Oh yes, he is. Yes, he is. Thank you so much, Lesotho TV. Thank you very much. Okay. And then from Lesotho TV, we have Tsela. Ah, which one was Tsela? Tsela. I also thought it was Tsela. 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 Thank you so much, Lesotho TV. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Lord.
Last but not least, I would want to call upon Andre and Yvonne. Like I said earlier, Andre has not only been a representative of VW in this whole trip, but also the leader of the whole expedition and car number 0. And I think in this photo, I will join you, Andre, to represent Cheryl. So I will be the Cheryl on this particular photo. Please.
On behalf of the 4x4 MDR 2017 expedition sponsored by Amarok, I would like to say thank you very much to everybody who put this together. This has been a great experience. We came very clean, smelling nice. We went up, again, higher and higher. We conquered the mountains. We are back in Matatiele. And what we say is, let's work together, bring these two countries. I never wanted or I never liked borders. Now we've broken all the borders. Let's work together and move forward together. Happy Tuesday.
Mdtp